Ready to go.
Okay, we are started. What do you want to pray for something? We're praying?
Yeah, we're praying for this episode to go well.
Oh, yes.
Will it go well, Dan?
The pre-pray. I think it will. I hope so. I have a feeling
Me too.
It will go well, but
okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back.
Hello.
To the 50% Doctor Who podcast. Who is this man next to me?
Me?
Aiden?
Little old me?
Aiden, did you regenerate?
I am not Aiden.
No?
No.
I think we were going to do that joke with Josh, but I think it flopped. I think we decided not to go with it.
It didn't work.
It's a classic. Aiden's still in New Zealand having fun, and we're back at work slaving up. Yeah. Eels.
Yeah, come on.
Loser.
Aiden.
Yeah, he's still in New Zealand.
Hey folks, what's up? It's Aiden from the van. Oh my god, look, we got some beautiful mountains over here. It's crazy. It's nice. We're here in Wellington, New Zealand at the moment. The popping sound you may or may not hear is my Cocoa Pops, which is actually Cocoa Pops and water, which sounds disgusting. I've not tried it yet, but our milk was off, so I guess that's what this has come to. Shada. Shada is the episode that Connor and I believe Dan are talking about today. An episode which I would love to talk about, but it's okay, Connor. You can just, do your thing. All right, we're not going on my nose. That's a disgusting angle. I love Shada. I think it's great. I watched it. I've only ever had a migraine once, and I had to leave work, which is something I never do, and I felt horrific. And Shada completely distracted me on my day off, and really took me out of the fact that I was having a migraine. It was great. I love it. I think the merge of animation with, the stuff that's already been recorded was great. All the voice acting and stuff blends so well in with the stuff that they'd already filmed. The Tom Baker cameo at the moment is just so sweet and lovely. And I think like the way that they start the merge with the animation, the way they do that really cool, epic like pan tilt up shot and then they tilt back down, it's animation. I think that's awesome, and I really like it. Should we try and see what it's like for me to have this water Cocoa Pops thing? I don't know if this is a thing that people regularly do. I assume probably not. Let's try it. Okay, it tastes pretty much the same. So that's my deduction from today. Hope you enjoyed the Aiden Cocoa Pops challenge. That's it. Go back to Connor and Dan now. Thanks for stopping by, New Zealand. Bye.
This was not really a planned episode that we spoke about. I think we spoke about it. I don't think I spoke to anyone else about it.
Right, yeah.
Which was like we were going to do a classic review, because you never watched Classic Who before. Have you ever watched Doctor Who before?
Yeah, I've watched Doctor Who. I've not watched Classic Who. Pretty much, I don't think I've ever watched a full episode. I'm pretty sure this is my first episode of the show. So
yeah,
that's
well, it's fun to do, isn't it? It's always good to get someone's reaction. It was around this time last year I watched my first Classic Who episode in full.
Yeah, again, obviously I've seen clips and I've seen scenes, but to watch
Tom Baker,
a full episode, as I'm sure fans know, is quite a commitment.
Peter Davison before Pete Davison.
Yes,
that was the original Pete Davison.
Whoa!
When they say Pete Davison, I say who? The Fifth Doctor.
Yeah.
That's what I say. All right.
That's right.
But the next episode is going to be Crispy Pro. So I'm thinking this episode will come out on the Monday, and I think the Crispy Pro episode will come out on the Thursday. So you're going to get 2 episodes this week, and then next week we're back with Aiden doing season 10. Yeah. So we'll get back into it. We would have started already, but Aiden had to ruin everything and go to New Zealand and have a great time and get caught in monsoons.
Yeah, leave it to Aiden to go to the least cool part of Australia and New Zealand.
It's funny how they count, like they always go Australia and New Zealand, like we're like, it's like Canada and America. They're like completely different places.
Well, let me tell you folks, try run a show from Australia and New Zealand simultaneously. It doesn't work. It's not that as easy as they make it out.
Are you saying that Aiden should have like zoomed in?
Yeah, maybe.
Are you saying he should have done a better job? We'll hit the intro first. This is the special intro that we have on the soundboard.
Yeah, I know. The I don't know if ghetto the right word, but yeah, it's the upbeat version. Yeah, I like that.
It's a a bit bassy, you know?
Yeah, baby. Woo!
It's a bit basic.
I wonder if Josh will see we finally figured out how to get the wide, you know, in the separate cams.
Well, I like the idea of you being in it, to be fair. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, I know. The way we did that was pretty interesting, wasn't it, folks?
I thought, sorry, this will end. It's always so long.
Yeah, this version's real long. Yeah,
I always like, every time it plays, I'm like, damn, this is a long intro. The other one's very quick. Yeah, no, I thought it'd be funny just to cut to you, like, sweating and like trying to, you know, like spinning like 10 plates at once, trying to. I was at that one. There might one day on like a Patreon, I might upload the full,
the uncut
version,
the cutting room floor.
A lot of shit happened where Dan's mic fell off the stand. Like, there was some 3 times.
Oh my goodness!
And like it's funny because like I cut that out somehow, but then you can hear Dan like rustling with his like microphone, trying to put it back on the stand.
Yeah, a little bit of wrestling going on, a little bit of fighting with the
tech. It's a fucking microphone. You can hear every little bit of thing you're doing. It's like dong, dong, like trying to get it into
happens, man. You know, it's live production.
Anyone else knows, baby. Anyone else knows, like when Dan like went to grab the mic to speak, he would fucking yank it. No wonder it came off its fucking hinges.
Oh gosh, yeah, I'm a bit of a yanker. What can I
grab it? It's the whole thing fucking fell off 3 times.
Oh Lord, yeah. I got to take the L on that one.
But yeah, Josh is gone. We were going to try and meet up on the Friday, but they were busy doing what they were doing. I can't say what it is, but I saw a bit of it and it looks amazing.
Yeah, it sounds like Josh has some really interesting projects in the works that I'm very excited for.
Really cool. But
let them cook. You know what I mean? Like,
well, something it's cooking up in the kitchen.
Hell yeah, baby. That's what I like to hear.
And it ain't mince pies because it's January.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but that experience was amazing. But yeah, it was like almost like a dream because it like was so quick. It was like it happened so quickly.
Yeah. By the way, shout out to Josh. By the way, that's an absolute.
Dan can play the sound bass as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We love Josh. They're an absolute legend.
John, Josh, same kind of same names.
No. Josh is way far,
we don't
far
stand
better
John Bramman on this pod.
No, they were a lovely guest to have.
That was great.
They were in the studio here with us.
Yeah, no, we're in the exact same place. It was interesting. I went and I picked them up from I won't say the names where the house was, but yeah, I went to it was like 45 minutes away, and then drove there 45 minutes to Dan's house, and then drove them to their hotel in a place called Ascot. I can say Ascot because that was the hotel they were staying at, and they're not there anymore. And then that was like another 50 minutes. And
that's what we do for the show, folks.
And
anyway, moving on. So do you want to introduce?
Dan's my producer now.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm getting things rolling. Where do you want to start, my friend?
Well, before we get into, we're reviewing Shada today.
Yeah, as you can see by the fact that we're both in,
in the TARDIS.
Yeah, we're both in the TARDIS, exactly.
TARDIS, yeah.
Go on, get off with you.
Yes,
that's what Tom Baker's doctor says when he sees us in there. And I also got a ton of questions for you about Classic Who, then what you thought and all that.
I have a ton of questions for you about this episode specifically. I won't
answer any of them, but I'm glad you have a few.
Because when we watched this, I was like, keen to watch my first episode of Classic Who. And you know what? It was fun, and obviously we'll get into it more. But man, and you said this, you said this when Josh was on, and I didn't really believe you, but God, those classic episodes are a slog, man. They are.
Yeah, they're always. Real. I don't think I've ever watched one that's that didn't overstay its welcome just a little bit. And by the way, you got a really good one. But this isn't really quickly just to get into it. This isn't really the normal standard type of classic episode. This was we watched the movie release, which was the 2 hours and 15 minutes of all the episodes together.
The smash cut. Yeah.
Which is kind of funny. Every 22, 25 minutes, I checked and was trying to figure out in my head where the cliffhangers would be. I thought it would pause though. Every now and then.
Yeah,
I wondered if they would do that, but they didn't.
Some smooth.
Because Classic Who cliffhangers are so dumb. It will literally just be the doctor in a corner going and then
they call them dumps.
Yeah, it's
massive
a bit. They call them dumps.
Yeah, that's what we call the classic episodes, folks.
Yeah, I could tell where a few were, where the episodes were ended. I think if you watch it on BritBox or on on the Blu-ray box set. I think it's just in standard episodes, but
right.
I wanted to get into a bit of news first. There's a big sluggy boy going on. They're filming Doctor Who season 14 at the moment.
Okay, that's a good.
Can you bring up the slug boy?
Let's do that. You describe it.
They're filming at a college at the moment. It's funny, like Shooty hasn't been seen on set, but Millie Gibson has, and Kate Stewart is back, which is awesome. We all kind of thought she would be, because Unit's in the centenary, and then Unit's also in the 60th. We don't know Kate's in the 60th. It'd be weird if she wasn't in the 60th, but she's in season 14. Like it's like, what, does she go on like fucking holiday or something after the centenary? Like it just got a bit too much for her. She needs some like needs some leave.
Well, I guess in a way it makes this eras feel
slug guy.
Yeah, well, I didn't know. So okay, we've got
why is it going with Shada? Did you put Doctor Who
Shada slug guy? Are you talking about?
I'm talking about that heat twat. I meant the new footage of the slug boy.
The new slug boy.
The new slug boy. The Doctor Who filming the slug.
Right.
Jeez, guys. Some producer Dan is.
Doctor Who, what? 2022 slug? 2023 slug?
Yeah, if you put season 14, there you go.
This guy.
This is the guy, yeah. This is the guy.
Him. That's the guy.
That's the guy. This is him. Am I covering it a little bit?
No, other way. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so this is the slug. It looks a bit like it makes between Jabba the Hutt and those like weird like cricket blokes from Men in Black 2.
Yeah, it does. You know what I just really like about it? So wait, is this like the start of the show talking about like news and stuff, or?
Yeah, so what we normally do is we normally get into the news.
Okay, I just wanted to, I didn't realize.
Since there's not really like a lot of news at the moment.
Well, that's why I thought we were talking about slug. I was like, I thought you meant there was a slug. I don't know.
What, like Syl again? That Syl that.
Yeah, like is the slug supposed to be a classic character, you know? Coming back?
I mean, not to my knowledge.
Is it might the slug the Shada in disguise, or the
mate,
or the well? I know the
Shada more of a
place. Shada's the prison, but what's the ball called? You know, that silvery ball.
Yeah,
we're getting ahead of ourselves.
But, it lost me there. Okay,
all right. So this slug guy, what are you going to say about him? You like him?
I mean, I love practical stuff, so I think it looks great, and it seems to be involving like children. Like children seem to like go in like its stomach, and it like seems to like mind warp them or something. I don't know. I don't want to jump to conclusions here, but that's just kind of what it looks like.
I did see what you're talking about.
Yeah, Twitter. I sent a load of it on Twitter. Like I DM'd you on Twitter and stuff. But either way, yeah.
Well, either way, yeah, it's a very cool looking practical effects monster, and I think it harkens back to a lot of classic like 80s monsters. And you know what I did like about Shada that we're going to talk about is obviously this practical vibe that you get from classic Who that, you know, sometimes they cheap out on in the modern era.
Absolutely.
And don't get me wrong, they definitely cheap out in the classic era, but you know, it's just, it is nice to see like,
that's just how the times were, baby.
Yeah. The sets that they have are all concrete and real sets, and seeing this alien, I think is just, it's a really fun, you know, it's a fun alien to have. It's a fun thing to have on the show. And these are the kind of monsters I want to see. Because I'd rather see this than like a CGI mess, even though it's a silly ass looking slug. I think the actors getting to interact with it in the real world, I just think that's going to make it nicer for them, you know?
No, definitely. Yeah, no, I think it looks great. And Kate Stewart is back. So I think if she's in the 60th, which she very well might be, she might meet more doctors. But so Kate's met Matt, Peter, Jodie, and now she's going to meet Shooty. Am I missing anyone? I feel like I'm missing someone. I think that's it. I think she's met 4. So she's met Matt, she's met Peter, Jodie, and she's going to meet Shooty.
Did she meet David at the 50th, or they were in the 50th together?
Oh yeah, of course. That's what I'm missing. Yeah. So 5. Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm missing. She did meet David Stotter. Yeah, and she might meet David again in the 60th. Don't you think it's weird? Like Unit's going to be a big part of the 60th. We see them in the trailer. We saw all the shooting footage, like from the set and stuff. I don't see how they could bring Unit back without Kate. It's just kind of
right. Yeah.
I don't know.
What are they going to do with the Kate question? Yeah, because
is she on leave? Like,
well, because isn't Brigadier in like a lot of classic Who? Like,
oh yeah,
did he go through multiple doctors? Or
I think the Brig went through 3 or 4.
So it would make sense for Kate to have an era of her own.
No, definitely. I love what they're doing. I think it's awesome. Like she came to Jodie's era so late though. She showed up in, was it just The Vanquishers?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, she came in Flux, right? But that was like the first time they go back to her.
Yeah, I think it was the episode before The Vanquishers. I can't remember what it's called, but she was in that, and then she came into the Centenary. And it's great. I think Kate's a great character. I actually love the idea of her meeting like all these doctors. Still no footage of Ncuti actually filming. I think they're being very careful with him because the second he gets put on set, everyone's going to be taking pictures of him, I suppose. Yeah, what if he's not dressed up?
Yeah, exactly. We got to have the doctor in costume.
We don't know what block they're filming in. So this could be... I don't know. I guess they finished filming the Christmas special. I don't know much. All right. I'm just saying it looks dope. They seem to be filming at like universities and stuff. Oh, yeah. And the bloke who was in Dunkirk.
I'm guessing single bloke.
Which is who? Sorry? What did you say?
I'm guessing single bloke.
Maybe. We don't know. He is like,
it could be. Yeah.
He seems to be like some kind of like politician and stuff. We knew Russell was going to do some comments on politics because he did Aliens in London kind of when Russell, he first came into season 1. Like, we get it.
Yeah.
All these green fucking parasites in 10 Downing Street. Who knew? But yeah, this is the guy from he's from Dunkirk. He was the lead actor in a Christopher Nolan movie, The Main Man, and now he's in Doctor Who, which is pretty crazy.
Interesting.
And he was in Black Mirror, Bandersnatch. He was the main actor in that.
Yeah.
And I loved Bandersnatch. I feel like everyone fucking hated it because it was like that multiple choice TV show.
It was
which was really weird,
thing,
but like I actually kind of liked
it.
Will Poulter's in it. I like him a lot. But yeah, like he's an actor who's worked with Nolan, and now he's in Doctor Who. It's just like we've got this now with like
and more importantly, he was on Netflix's Black Mirror, Bandersnatch.
Yeah, exactly. That definitely sounds like a Netflix kind of a plan to do the whole multiple choice thing. I don't know. I kind of like that episode, but I can see why people hated it. But yeah, that's kind of it, really.
Do you think this is what it's going to be, 2023, like just set leaks and that kind of stuff? Do you think there won't really be much for the way of trailers until November, obviously?
Oh, I think so. I mean, like the only reason they released that like Kate was coming back and stuff was because they were filming in public. But it's nice they're filming in public. Like
it seems like they're definitely going for a big blockbuster couple of episodes at least. Even if the first full season isn't with that vibe, they're obviously trying to start things off with a bang.
Yeah, it's funny though. Like still no Ncuti, like no sighting of Ncuti,
which is interesting too because that'll be the first time the showrunner has taken over with specials. Right?
For the 60th.
Yeah, with Russell.
True.
Because every other showrunner starts their era with a full season of episodes, whereas...
Or like a Christmas special.
No,
true.
No, the only one was David but that was still Russell.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
So yeah, every showrunner has started in the modern era with a full season. So it's interesting to see what he'll use in the first 3 episodes as his like starting mark, make his impression.
I feel like we didn't even really talk about this because Christmas was so busy, but what did you think of the minute trailer we got that dropped on Boxing Day? For us, it was Christmas Day in the UK.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, I think it's a nice tease. It was obviously a little Christmas present, I think, which is what I said to you when they released it. I was like, I think they're just doing a little nice Christmas gift and that's about it. So
do you think it's nice. Too early or?
I think they didn't show, I think they showed little enough.
Okay.
And, I don't know. I think the only way I'd be okay with it is if they deliver on the hype, which I think they might. So,
yeah, it's kind of scary though. It's like November is so far away. Like,
yeah, I know.
It's going to feel like
obviously, what if they
nightmare.
don't deliver? Like
that's another thing because you build up all this hype, all this speculation, and we got another like I feel like 10 months.
It's already 10 months away. That number's just going to get lower and lower, and I do think the fan base will keep its hype going, and I think people will get through it.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they're going to do. This whole Disney Plus deal, I read this thing the other day. It was like, Disney asked me to do more for episode 1's opening.
Yes, I did. I saw that.
And I was like, damn, when do the companies ever say spend more money? So I'm excited. I think it's cool. I don't know. I'm a bit apprehensive with the whole Disney deal now a little bit. I've kind of not gone 360 on it, but you know, I'm just like, no, 180. Is that the same? I got 180 on it, but
yeah, 360. You'd be back.
I'd be back where I started. Yeah, here I am again. I don't know. Like, how are you feeling about the Disney deal? Like, I don't know how to feel about it really.
Yeah, you know, I feel glad about the increased budget. And, you know, if it means the show can be bigger and better, I think that's cool. And you know what? As much as I don't really like a lot of Disney's shows, I think that they can deliver good shit. You know, that's shown. And yeah, I mean, I trust the creative team. I just hope that, you know, it stays. I just hope it doesn't become fully a Disney property. Do you know what I mean? I like the idea of it being this kind of little British show. And I think if it becomes too much of a blockbuster, it almost defeats the purpose, you know? But yeah, we'll see. I'm very curious to see what the direction is going to be, because I think Russell's going to have to walk that line, and I'm curious how he does.
He definitely is, man. Like, you know, especially with the budget as well. Like, we don't know how much it is. Like, there's rumors floating around, and it sounds pretty wild.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a lot of money going around. Yeah, big time.
No, I'm just saying though, like, they are getting like huge actors in. Like, again, this guy, I forget his name. I don't do research for this shit. I'm sorry. I probably should. But like, he was in Dunkirk. Like, that's a huge movie. Like, I just think and they got Neil Patrick Harris, like David back, and dude, you think David Tennant's going to accept the same money he got paid for the 50th? Hell no.
Oh, no, he's like
10 years later.
He's like 10 times bigger as an actor.
Dude, literally. And it was 10 years since the 50th. He's like, yo, if you got Disney Plus money, come on.
Doubt that.
Yeah, where's Matt? Where's Matt and Peter at? That's what I need. I love that David's back, but if Matt and Peter come back, I reckon I'll fall over. And I mean that with peace and love.
Well, they got to be saving some stuff, right, to reveal, right? I mean,
they say so, but don't they always say that?
Yeah. I guess that's a common.
Yeah, K9 comes out at the end. You're like, oh, cool. Nah,
and it's not even K9. It's just like, you know,
yeah,
K9's voice off screen.
Disney Plus is like, hey, let's CGI him.
Yeah,
you know, it'll be easier. I was thinking, because K9 rocks up in Shada, I was like, how cool would it be if like K9 just came back and like was just in like Shooty's TARDIS, just like chilling? Like, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Like I
would love to see a return of K9. I think that would be a great.
Because like obviously like because Liz Sladen passed away, I believe in canon, I believe Sarah Jane passed away as well. And K9 lived with her. So I wonder where he went. Like, was it with Luke?
So there was a
well, you've watched Sarah Jane Adventures recently.
Yeah, but there was a Sarah Jane. They did a Sarah Jane special in like COVID.
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, and in that, somebody mentions K9. I think it's Luke, but yeah, someone mentions the whereabouts of K9, I think. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure he's like, yeah, canonically just kind of chilling somewhere. So we'll see what they do.
K9's at the dog pound.
Yeah.
Ready to be readopted. But I'd love something like that. Like,
yeah, he doesn't have all his, you know, he's not up to date on his shots. So.
No, he needs to get, you know, dude, he's from the fucking, I love to see K9. I haven't watched an episode of Classic Who with K9 in it. So this was awesome.
Yeah, no, me neither.
When I was a kid, like obviously K9 rocked up in School Reunion in season 2.
You know, it's funny because School Reunion was the only episode I knew K9 from. And like seeing how he is in the classics, it's actually pretty similar. Like they do a good job.
It's the same guy as well.
Yeah, that's cool.
Who does the voice. I like that. Yeah, so I'd love to just see, like, did you ever hear the rumor of Percy the cat? Did you ever hear that rumor?
No.
So there was when season 11 was being filmed, there was a rumor that Jodie would have a cat called Percy that would just like roam around the TARDIS.
Okay.
And
that would be an interesting.
It was completely fucking false.
Right.
Like someone just started it. But I would love like a Percy the cat or like a K9 or like
I've thought that like a little like a
paramedic.
Yeah, a little parrot on his shoulder. That'd be great. You know, that would be hilarious.
That would suit.
Honestly, if Jodie had a cat, that would have been cool. If Jodie had a cat just roaming around the TARDIS, I would have fucked with that.
Yeah, Percy the cat. This is how like. This is what bugs me about people who just believe whatever they read on the internet. Like somehow someone started a rumor that Percy the cat was going to be walking around the TARDIS, and people believe it. So,
And we say bye-bye.
Did you play sound like
Yeah, we did a double. We doubled up. I played just Dan. I got a good. You know, I realized I got a good couple of Dan. And then I got
No.
No,
so it's a good. I got options for both. Yeah.
Dude. Oh God. Well, I think that's all the news. Normally, Aiden does the run sheets. Normally, I want to start doing more run sheets next year. I want to take it more professionally
In 2024.
Well, this year just started, man. Are you trying to say it's ruined already?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fair enough. Well, you said next year, so.
Did I?
Hmm.
Oh God.
So next year I want to do more.
Fuck's sake.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What am I? Yeah, I meant this year, dude. It's only like what's it, the 10th of January?
Yeah. Hell.
You got to give me a little bit, bro. How's your New Year's resolutions going? Now you're shitting on me a little bit.
Why would I make any? You know, there's no point if you ask me. So
it's such
didn't
a dumb
want to set
thing.
myself up for failure this year, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, like, I guess my only things was like filming goals, but I don't know. We'll see how long that lasts.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, like, I remember last week.
You know, you're here today, aren't you?
No. I rock up to work. You know. I remember last week though, you were like, you know, do you have any notes? And I was just like, all up here. And then you said today, do you have any notes? I said all up here. So everything that happened last week, everything that happens today, is just like me going off like what I thought would make a good show. I revised in my head a little bit, but I don't know. Obviously, I read from the phone and do the introduction to the episode. Which, speaking of which, we might as well jump into it. So
Shada, let's get.
Normally, I jump into my laptop right now, but I don't have my laptop with me.
It's we have no tech in the studio.
So sorry, I have to read from my phone.
Wait, why don't you just turn around and use the console?
Oh, all right. Wait, where's the?
If you. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Shada. That was not me saying shut up, Dan. I was saying Shada.
Okay, well, thank you.
Shut up,
You're
Dan.
You're facing away from me, so I guess that's...
Yeah, I'm mad, bro. I'm mad. All right, let's go again.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Shada is a story from the British science fiction television series Doctor Who, written by series script editor Douglas Adams. It was intended as the final serial of the 1979 to 1980 season 17. It was never originally completed due to a strike at the BBC during studio recording. Introduction as a 6-part story, 6 times 25-minute episodes, which is what we were saying before as long as we're it. In 1979, plans were later revised for the story to be broadcast as a 4-part story. So that's 4 times 25-minute episodes in 1980. Ultimately, however, the story would never be completed in either format. So that's interesting. This is what I sent you yesterday. So the BBC released a completed version of Shada in 2017 with missing dialogue newly recorded by the original cast, using the same audio equipment employed in the initial shoot, and animated by the team that undertook the reconstruction of the 1966 serial The Power of the Daleks. This version was released on DVD and Blu-ray in 2017 and finally broadcasted on television as a feature-length TV movie, which was titled The Lost Episode rather than Shada in 2018. So it was originally called The Lost Episode. And a new version with an enhanced animation was released on the 20th of September 2021 as part of the season 17 Blu-ray box set.
Disgusting.
Oh God, this is funny. Previous attempts to present the story include a narration reconstruction for BBC Video, a reimagined audio play by Big Finish Productions, also offered with basic flash imagery on BBC I and BBC's Doctor Who website, and a novelization by Gareth Roberts based on the latest shooting scripts with the author's own editions. Do you want to play Disgusting again?
Yeah.
Gareth Roberts.
Yeah. Who? Say his name again.
Gareth Roberts.
Disgusting.
So yeah, it was cool. It originally was called The Lost Episode, which is cool. And after having like Josh on last week, like obviously this means a lot to people and Lost Eps.
Did it have a name when it aired? Like, why did they change the name? Well, they didn't name them.
Well, I guess fans were,
because I guess this was notoriously, this was notoriously the lost one. Yeah, okay.
So obviously in the episode, again, we watched it as like the movie format, which got released in 2017, like I just said then.
And I was going to ask you, so we watched the one on Stan, which is an Australian streaming service, and I'm pretty sure that was the 2017 one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there was, I don't know what was showing there.
Dude, did you just go to the country?
I went to the trash heap. Yeah, this is from a video that I filmed today. So if you go ahead and subscribe to my channel, then
we'll show you.
You can see. You can see that video. That was a mistake, though. I didn't mean to.
Know your place.
I wasn't trying to sneak that in. That was totally accidental.
I'm sorry. I'm just kidding.
Anyway, yeah. So what was I saying about Shada? We got the old ass animation, I guess. So sad for us.
Oh, so there was an updated animation?
You just read, yeah. It said in 2021.
I was reading. I wasn't
redid the animation for the Blu-ray box set.
Yeah, so okay. With the
animation we watched was like especially shit, basically. Shit enough. Well, I'm sorry, but it was shit enough for them to redo the animation. You know what I mean?
What was that fucking frame rate like on the animation, bro?
My lord, it was weird.
Particularly in the first scene, it was really jarring. I was like, what is this like?
And I think what was weird is like in the animation, they kept doing zoom outs like they obviously would have been doing with the TV cameras.
Yeah.
But for some reason, it just looked weird when you do it on the animation. It was just
the cool thing is I suppose they would still have had like storyboards and like director's notes, and I'm sure they would have been like, oh, like this is what we, this is what I'm sure they were trying to be as original to the extent where they had the original recording footage for the. They just said then they used all the old
the audio equipment and stuff, and yeah,
which makes sense.
So yeah, because it was definitely. So they must have known the script, but not had the original footage. So they were just recreating what they knew went into the episode originally. But
it was mostly just all the scenes on the ship.
Also, did you notice? I felt like there was a lot of Doctor. Like the Doctor was animated a lot. You know what I mean? Like I'm just surprised that they felt so comfortable releasing it when they are animating a lot of the Doctor scenes. You know.
Well, I think again, like. Most of the animated scenes are the ones that are set on the ship. So
yeah. So and also why was only some of it lost? Like, how did they have some and not all of it? Because
there was a strike at the BBC,
right?
So yeah.
So it wasn't all filmed.
No,
right.
That's why I just read that. Yeah.
So it's not necessarily lost in terms of the footage being lost. It's lost in terms of like. Lost to production, you know?
Yeah, so I think they only filmed, well, I don't think they did. They only filmed part of the serial.
Wow, that's really...
That's why I keep saying it's mostly all the ship scenes. So they obviously like needed like a big ass budget to do the ship set, which would have been the most expensive part of the episode.
Am I correct in assuming that the stuff that was live action that we saw had never been released until 2017?
Oh God,
is that true? Or no? Well, because if they called it the lost,
going to kill me. I think so
because they called it the lost episode, right? I mean that's pretty cool. You know, I like that.
They might have released like a DVD of like the scenes
of the film.
Like, look, it won't make sense. They haven't
completed the story, right?
You might. I'm just reading Wikipedia. I saw this. I said we didn't even plan. I think to watch it until like a week ago.
Yeah.
I was just like, fuck it, like let's watch it. So
the big question is,
you trying to find your beers or something?
Huh? Yeah, no, they're down there. I'm gonna go get them now. The big question is, was it worth finishing the episode?
I think so. We'll be saying this in the car on here. Like, I think classic Who episodes, they always kind of overstay their welcome, in my opinion. I mean, this was 2 hours and 15 minutes, and
I did
it could have been an hour and a half.
I did find that it being,
in my opinion,
I did find that it being all stitched together did make it easier to watch, though. I felt like if it was like 6 25-minute, I agree. God, that would have been such a slog, you know?
I agree, yeah, because you got to sit through like the titles and the end credits, which is like really fun, and the terrible cliffhangers most of the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like definitely. Like I think it's funny. I watched the first hour and a half last night, and then I went to bed and watched the rest of it this morning. And when I watched the first hour and a half, I was like, this is a great episode or like show down, but most of the third act is like all animated and it's all set on the ship. And it's funny, even the animation's in 4:3, which is pretty funny.
I know they match the footage. I thought that was funny.
It doesn't even go like in like 16:9 or anything.
No, yeah, it's not.
Which I kind of get, but it's also like, you're trying to be like quite...
It was, the animation was weird, man.
Dude, the animation, like, especially like Romana looks like fucking weird.
It felt
Can you show Romana
yeah.
Dude, she looks... In the cartoon, she's beautiful in real life. In the cartoon,
Romana.
Let me rephrase myself. The
animated, right?
Yeah. So, do you know the actress who played Romana and Tom Baker dated for a while? I don't know if you know that. Yeah, look at that.
Oh my!
Dude, she just looks terrible.
That
with
is just absolutely unbelievable.
God, people are going to hate us for saying this.
It's not her. It's not real. It's a cartoon.
No, I meant the animators. The animators. I don't want to be mean.
That you want to feel bad about insulting that? Okay, I want to also say,
how much did it cost, man?
Surprisingly, yeah, but basically, in my opinion, it's actually worse in motion because I felt like. Also, by the way, they reanimated it, so you can't be coming at me saying I'm being too harsh. They're the ones who said it was too shit that they had to reanimate the fucking thing.
Well, maybe they didn't know it was going to be as popular as it was. Like, I don't know. Can you blame me for trying to have like a bit of a look at it?
Yeah, maybe.
An alternative perspective on said animation.
What I would just say for sure is that what they do weirdly with this animation is like they over animate like her eye, all the characters, dude, like their facial features.
It's like she's been on fucking E or something.
Yeah, dude, she's like Raven, bro.
Dude,
she's literally at a rave right now.
Can you go on Tom as well?
That's like, so Tom crazy.
Fucking,
oh my god, look,
strange, man.
Dude, he had this weird. He had like black eyes. He had double black eyes.
Yeah, he did.
It was so freaking weird.
He's just been to a fucking rave.
Yeah, literally.
He just saw the fucking Chemical Brothers.
Oh my lord.
All right, so as I was saying before, I think you heard me. They dated the actress who played Romana and Tom Baker. They were doinking.
Scandal. Okay, scandal on set. Interesting.
Yeah, man, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
So you don't work with animals and children, and you don't date your co-workers.
Yes, that's always a good.
But I don't think it lasted. But they started dating. And Romana is a Time Lord, and people love her character. I love her character. She was in City of Death. It's the only other Tom Baker episode I've watched. I thought City of Death was probably my third favorite classic story, which I've watched. So many like lovely location work in Paris. There's a lot of location work in this as well, which I appreciate.
Yeah. I thought it was
strong to talk there. Sorry,
it's kind of a shame though because I feel like they spend so long in certain locations that it loses like that charm a little bit. Like, you know, I feel like in New Who when they go to a flashy location, they show it off. You know, whereas in this every location just kind of felt like another place that they were going to. It you know, I guess that's just filming of the time. It wasn't as flashy, you know, but
I liked when the Doctor was on his like bicycle and stuff. And I think Aiden told me like when they filmed City of Death, like they basically just took cameras out and were like filming in the streets and like, you know, didn't really get public permission. They were just like, we'll film. And I think that's what they did here. Because that's where there's one shot where a bloke is like on a motorcycle and he like turns back like twice. It's like, look at the camera. Because he's probably just like, what is this? What's being filmed? There's only one other thing. I'll say this now because I might forget, but I really wanted to bring it up. There was one scene which I think they kept in because they were like, "Oh, screw it!" Like it was set in the office in the Doctor's friend, who's a professor's, and he was a Time Lord.
Okay,
it was set in his office, and obviously there were no animated scenes from that set because they got that part of the production done, all the scenes that were filmed in the professor's office. But basically, there was this shot near the end of the episode where the camera seemed a little bit out of focus and it was very shaky.
Okay.
And I kind of felt like it's probably the only shot they had and they had to keep it in because like why would they at the end of the episode in the last 20 minutes add one like shot of it being animated
shot, yeah.
But it kind of made me feel like this probably wouldn't have like, and like the scene cut very quickly. And I don't know if it's because like the actors like mess up their lines or like the camera got more shaky, but like it cut really quickly and I was like, and then it just cut to animation on the ship again. And I was like, okay, there's a few things like that though, but yeah, people love this episode. So, you know,
I did love seeing Tom Baker ride a bike. That was really funny.
No,
you know.
So what do you think of Tom now you've seen a full episode?
Okay, you know what? I get the hype. I get why people like him. I think he's really fun. You know, I think he's very like he actually reminds me a bit of Matt, funnily enough. Like he's very whimsical, I feel like, and very kind of like not really childlike, but you know, he kind of ideas just very much come to him. And I think he actually does an interesting job playing the Doctor, I think. And yeah, I can see why because he was one of the longest, right? Doctors?
I think he is the longest, yeah.
Yeah, and I can see why. I mean, I can see why he would have been liked. And I think, you know, his dynamic seemed to work really well with his companions. You know, I haven't seen any other episodes with them. And you know, I was so surprised that his female companion was a Time Lord. You know, I was like, whoa, you know.
Yeah.
They haven't done anything like that.
No.
Apart from, I don't know, maybe like Missy or something. You know,
like in Classic Who, this shit happens all the time. Like even they go and visit the Doctor's friend, the professor at
Gallifrey gets dropped every which way.
It's a huge part of Classic Who. The entirety of like Trial of Time Lords is all set on like a courtroom in Gallifrey. Makes you think a little bit.
Yeah, definitely.
It's funny because like, yeah, Russell was just like, we're getting rid of it. We're not doing it. Like, it's dumb. It's done. No more.
Yeah, Gallifrey's
done.
out. Yeah. It's not that kind of show anymore. Doing it.
Yeah, and that's kind of like the opposite of Classic Who because like they just love doing it.
To be honest, probably what he was thinking is that Gallifrey does definitely like if you're a casual viewer and you hear them talk about Gallifrey, it is a bit like what the hell is going on here? Like even me who knows this shit, you know, I went into the episode. And they started saying some certain things about Gallifrey, and I'm like, okay, you know, this is going over my head even.
No, it's interesting for sure. And like, it has like, this is during the height of the show, by the way. The ratings were like through the roof. Like everyone loved it.
What did you think, by the way, of Tom talking Gallifrey?
Oh God. Yeah, it was fun, I guess.
That was so funny. I'm like, why did he do it like that? Why?
I'd like to say like I'm a massive Doctor Who fan. Like I know a lot of shit about it, too much. But I didn't know that fucking they could speak like that. I'm gonna be real with you.
I know, dude.
Every time I watch a Classic Who episode, there's something new I find out.
I think there's a reason they cut out that from New Who. You know, the hell weird Gallifrey fucking speak. It's just odd, man. It's so odd.
Yeah. So there's this book that the professor bought from Gallifrey. And everyone's after it. It's a pretty standard story, but that's just Classic Who for you. And and basically they're just trying to get into fucking Shada, which is like this prison where all the Time Lords are locked up.
I want to give a shout out to
enemies.
The very first shot, I actually was really impressed with just how they set the tone of like this really long shot coming in and the music was really eerie.
Like Alien. They're all waking up in like the space pods.
It was actually very well done, especially for an older thing. Like I was very impressed. And like you said, the first sort of 20 to 30 minutes, I was definitely getting invested in what they were building. And I thought this was interesting. And I thought, even though this is older, I can respect that there definitely was good writing. There's definitely, you know, they understood the characters and what they were trying to do. You know, it's obviously cheesy sci-fi. And that's just what it is. But within that genre, I think it was certainly doing a good job. I think, unfortunately the animation takes away a bit, but yeah, I'll let you carry on. Professor.
It's funny. Like they have this bloke who's like coming down to try and find the book and stuff so you can find Shada.
Is it Scrag? What's his name?
Yeah, it's Scrag. Yeah.
Scrag or what's it? Yeah.
Fucking Scrag.
Scraggly fucking asshole.
Yeah, little scraggy man. It's just like it's hard to like invest in this character for me a little bit because like he has like 30% of his scenes are in live action, and then like 70% are in animation. And it's kind of hard to take it. And I love animation. I think it can be done.
Funnily enough,
well,
though, I thought his character's animation was the best.
Yeah, it still kind of took me out though. I was just like, oh god, like, what the fuck? You know, it just basically, like it. All the scenes on the ship when they went to the ship, when they went to Shada, it was kind of cool. But all the scenes on like the ship really just didn't work for me. All of them are animated except for this little like cell almost that Romana gets put in with K9.
Yeah, yeah.
And this character called Chris, I believe, who's like this bloke who's at the university. There was some funny jokes with K9 where it's like K9 fire at the wall and the laser like bounces off. Like almost like they're in Star Wars in the trash compactor.
Yeah, one joke that I thought was really funny with K9 was she said something like, "And are you sure it's all negative, K9?" And he said,
times
affirmative.
Yeah, 3 times negative.
Yeah,
yeah. Kane. Again, I love K9. I was really upset not to see him in City of Death. I think he had a really good presence here.
Yeah, I thought they used him really well. I thought that what I thought was cool is that like if they had a K9 like character in Modern Who, they could take less off this fucking screwdriver. You know what I mean? I felt like K9 was like doing a certain amount of like the solving that they normally in modern episodes just, you know, let the screwdriver do it. And I thought it was cool to have a character whose actual point is to help with that sort of stuff.
No,
you know?
I love that. That's a really good point. He's great. I think one of the things Star Wars always got really right was like all the droid characters were always really like fun. They were like great characters. Like you really invested in them as characters and you just loved them. Like 3PO and R2D2 are like arguably, maybe apart from Darth Vader, like the most notable like characters from Star Wars. Like they're huge.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Why doesn't Doctor Who like just have like a robot that like stays in the TARDIS?
Well, I mean,
I just want that get like a famous fucking like Idris Elba or something to like do the voice. That'd be funny.
The irony too is like one of the most famous things about the show is literally the TARDIS, which is like one of the few things that stays episode to episode, like an object that the Doctor takes with them, you know. And so it's like if they added something like brought K9 back or a fucking parrot or something, it'd be cool.
Dude, a robot parrot. What did you think of the professor's office and library being a TARDIS?
Yeah,
they just pull down some like
that confused the hell out of me.
They pull out like a bookshelf and go, all right, now there's a console here.
And because I know, weird. Hey,
yeah, they just like pull all these like levers and stuff.
Because that's like that was when they were sort of. Obviously, the Doctor's chameleon circuit's broken, so that's why his doesn't change, but everyone else's can change.
So his is like a fucking door that like literally just like it materializes into a wall.
Yeah, literally.
Which is pretty funny, I guess.
Yeah, it's funny. You know, the Time Lords and Gallifrey and stuff is a lot less epic and cool in the classics. You know, like in the new shit, they keep it so rare that it's like very
epic. Very cool when they get mentioned. Yeah, no, definitely. Fun fact though, the chameleon circuit in Colin Baker's first episode of his first season, it like the TARDIS turns into like a cabinet, which is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. I like that.
So there's stuff like that. Like what I mean by like it's always something like every like classic episode I watch like teaches me something new about, you know, classic Who. I also remember when I watched the 5 Doctors, Tom Baker wouldn't come back to film the 5 Doctors.
What's the point of being alive?
Is that what Tom was saying?
No, that's what I would say.
God damn it. God damn it.
Uh-oh, cancel me, folks.
I'm just saying, like, I think it's because he just left and they were like, hey, you want to, it'd be like putting Jodie in the 60th. She'd be like, I just
it's
fucking
just
left.
Odd, yeah, weird, yeah.
But the scene they show, the Doctors get taken out of like their parts in history. The time they show this, like, I think it's a triangle, I might be wrong. It like picks up Doctors from like previous episodes or like where they are.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
It shows Shada and the Doctor on the rowboat. But it fucks up, and for some reason the fourth Doctor can't be in the five Doctors. I haven't watched it in years. I'm probably butchering so much tonight. You don't have like classic Who heads here. Like normally Aiden can answer this stuff, or like Josh last week. It's been a year of Classic Who for me. I've watched, I think, maybe 10 episodes of Classic Who. Well, 10 serials.
Hey, well, that's 9 more than me, so
something like that. I've done quite. Have you seen the TV movie with McGann?
Yes, I have. Yeah, does that count as Classic Who? So I guess I've seen a bit of Classic Who.
I think that is like the edge of Classic Who.
That's the very fringes of Classic Who.
Yeah. Conclusion was fun, I guess. Obviously, like they call them like zombies, but they're just like inmates of the Time Lords, are like sealed away in a vault, and they come out, and then basically they just get turned against, and it's like whatever, who cares? And then there's a funny scene where it's like, because when the office, the professor's office, like left as like a TARDIS, I was like, what if someone walks in and like.
Yeah, I know.
And they address that. It's like, I walked in and there was nothing there. And then they come in and it's like, everyone's back. And it's like,
at
normal.
First,
it's like,
I legitimately didn't even get that it was a TARDIS. Like, I didn't actually get that at first. And I was like, oh, he's like, I was like, how the hell? What? It was so confusing. But, they do a lot of that in Classic Who where it's like, they do it off screen to basically not explain that it doesn't work at all.
I think like when Gallifrey was around, like everyone had like TARDISes and stuff. Like it wasn't just a Doctor. Now the TARDIS is like the last of its kind. Like his TARDIS, I believe, is like the last of its kind.
because someone says
till Chibnall. Now there's like 1,000 TARDISes.
No, but even in this episode, someone's like, it's a Type 40, or very rare or something like that. They make a comment about the type of TARDIS.
It is, yeah. So. Can you really? Every time I watch Classic Who, I'm like, I really can see where Chibnall is like. Got his ideas for his era, like multiple TARDISes, like it doesn't make sense.
There's a lot of influence for sure.
Like Classic Who, like I said the other day on the show, like the Colin Baker's obviously he's 900 years old, like and then
like
906 was David Tennant's Doctor. It doesn't make sense, and I guess Chibnall was like, it doesn't make sense, and it's time for you to just get over that. And I don't know.
Yeah,
I guess
I will say, and it's not even necessarily this episode's fault, but I guess it's of the era of like, because what decade did this come out in the 80s?
I think it said the 70s.
Yeah, because they do this. Yeah. There's like this scene, and basically one of the things that Scrag uses is like a ball, like a silver ball.
Oh god, yeah.
And he chases people with this silver fucking
that's so fucking
floating
funny.
Ball. It's kind of like the Toclafane, but like a super lame version.
Yeah, that is a super lame version. Yeah, that's super lame version.
Because it's literally fucking shiny, like a
shiny like a
like a fucking pinball ball or some shit.
Yeah,
and it just floats around, and then it comes to people and they go, and then they die.
It kills a fisherman randomly.
Yeah.
What was that about? It's just a bloke fishing, and he's like, and he falls into
and he falls into the lake.
And I was like,
that's
surely he falls in the lake, and he did. And I was like, oh hell yeah, let's go.
Yeah, that was a great. I reckon they were shooting that, and they were like, it's just gonna look better if he falls into the lake.
So, what did you think about the original like actors coming back to do the voices? I feel like it was pretty convincing.
Yeah, so that was actually interesting. At first, I couldn't tell. I had a feeling when the animation started, especially when I heard Tom Baker. I was like, yeah, this is definitely recorded, with the older actors. But I actually thought it sounded pretty good, and I think it's interesting what you said about them using the original.
That is
recording equipment, because one of the reasons I wasn't sure whether it was new audio or original audio was because, obviously I didn't know that they hadn't actually filmed the scenes. So I was wondering, maybe did they have the audio but not the footage?
Exactly, yeah.
But I think them using the original equipment actually does make it fit a lot better with the rest of the audio.
Definitely, yeah.
That being said, you can tell a little bit, especially with with Tom Baker, just that he's a bit older.
Go on, get off of you.
Sorry, Tom. I love you, but and by the way, he does great. Like his voice acting is actually really good. Like he shows a lot of emotion, and I think in a way, when he's doing the animated scenes, he actually puts more into his voice because he's trying to act through that. But
he's done. Aiden was saying he's done like years and years worth of like Big Finish audios because obviously like, you know, sadly he is getting older. We don't know how much longer he's going to be with us for. And this is what Aiden said. I feel like this is like the most like unfactual podcast we've ever done.
yeah. The source,
all speculation.
Just trust me.
But no, Aiden said like he's got like at least like 5 years worth of like audios like recorded.
Wow, that's crazy.
I guess because like, so Tom shows up at the end of the episode, which was like re-recorded, which I thought was lovely. He's like at the end.
Yeah, he makes an appearance.
He's like, he does the bug.
He does it.
He's like,
yeah, I'll get it up.
He's
I'll
like, do you get it? Because it's funny because they did a shot of just his feet and him talking. And then they just showed a shot of his hands on the tiles. I'm like, what are they doing here? Like, what's going on? And I'm like, and he showed up with his beautiful, as a beautiful silver fox.
So this is the,
look beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Wait, this photo is the one we need to show. Oh,
You know
wow.
what I'm talking about?
That is, woo-wee. You gonna have a little reaction shot with this?
That's like, you know, from Hot Fuss, where like the the mark picture,
the photo in front of a photo. Yeah. Wow. That's
So, all right, my theory. If you're hearing me out right here
I'm
on
listening.
the show,
I mean, tell me.
So he wasn't in the centenary. He was the only doctor who I believe, apart from David onwards, Eccleston onwards, he didn't show up. Like he was the only classic doctor who didn't show up. They say because he was
in Power of the Doctor, right?
In Power of the Doctor, yeah. So in the centenary. So they say that he was, I think, a bit under the weather at the time, or like he just couldn't travel to the studio. Do you think they're going to show him in the 60th?
Like the last opportunity to do it, kind of thing. Or?
I hate to say it, but
well, you know, he
probably.
did show up in the 50th. So I feel like if he has a similar cameo in the 60th, I feel like that would be fitting. You know,
I just don't know if he can do that anymore, though. I don't think he can physically go to like.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
Like
it would
spend
have
a
to be
day
a
on
cameo.
set,
But,
like-
well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I know. That's the thing. If he did, it would obviously only have to be one day. So that's what I'm saying. If he was in it, it would have to be like a very small cameo, similar to what he did in Day of the Doctor. But yeah, I don't know, man. It'll be. I think it would be a shame to not put him on the show one more time before he goes, and I think he probably knows that because I mean, you know, his last appearance is Day of the Doctor, so I'm sure he would be happy with that.
That was magical, though. Like that was really
like if
great.
that's where he left,
if that's where he left,
that would be
I'd
fine.
be happy,
that would be totally fine. Yeah.
But what worries me a little bit was because, like, you know, all those classic Doctor scenes, they were like green screen. So part of me was like, I wonder, like, if they could have just like gone to Tom's house and started like maybe a green screen. And it might have looked a little bit shoddy, but we just would have been happy to see him. Since that didn't happen,
well, you know,
I just want to see him again because, like, I love him. What can I say?
Obviously, we have no experience working with green screens in people's homes, but we can imagine that.
Did they just both die at once?
No, just reset. But we can imagine how tricky, you know, it is. But yeah, I'm sure they could have done something. So I don't know. I think
he just wasn't feeling very well that day. It's pretty wild because, like, I get asked all the time, like,
it'll be pretty big
who's
when
still around, you know?
Yeah, that's the thing. When he goes, it'll be, you know, it'll be the dwindling numbers. You know what I mean? Like John Pertwee, or as a meme on the show, I'd say John Pertwee. That's a meme. I don't know if you know that joke on the show. That's a bit of fan lore, as Ethan would say. John Pertwee, he passed away like, oh, look now. He passed away ages ago. Oof.
So, I'll look now. But like, yeah, I don't know.
Doctor, we need you.
That's from the teaser trailer from Flux, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
So he passed away in he died in 1996. That's still quite a while away though. 99, a long time ago. Yeah, so he died in 1996. I wonder if we'll ever see though, like, because we've seen David Bradley, who I always mistake as Bradley Walsh. I always get those names mixed up. Not they look completely different. I'm saying like the names.
Of course.
He shows up as the first Doctor now, and no one blinks an eye. Like, perfect casting, we love him, and we also know it's a very respectful portrayal, and it's not like no
one has any beef with.
No, it's not a phoned in performance and just a money grab. I think you can really tell that it's done with a lot of care and love, and seeing him in the Centenary was lovely.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, Lance Stewart, you fuck. To do this show, Christ. I'm just saying, I wonder if like we'll ever get like recastings of like second, third Doctor, and then maybe like, you think Jack Harlow looks a bit like Tom Baker?
Jack Harlow as Tom Baker, you know that, and he just still has the American accent.
Yeah, man, he can. You can change it.
Yeah, he could. Yeah. Oh, Jack's talented. You know, Jack can do it.
I'm not trying to be offensive. Just saying, like, I wonder if we could actually do that one day. Like, just
what about? Okay. Wait. Hear me out. Have you heard that Aaron Taylor Johnson is in talks to be the next James Bond? Right. Yeah, exactly.
I have.
So, and let me get up a photo.
You like him, don't you?
I think he's great. Yeah.
You're a bit of a Kick-Ass fan, aren't you?
That could be said for me.
Are you a Quicksilver fan?
That couldn't be said for me.
I want to smell
this is
damn, why'd you say that?
Aaron Taylor Johnson. So I'm just saying,
young Tommy boy.
Well, let's say if the Bond, worst comes to worst, the Bond talks.
It's not dressed as Tom at all.
If the Bond talks fail, we could be looking at the next Tom Baker. I'm just saying, if he's,
I just wonder though, like
if he's in need of work and Disney's hiring, and they need a new Tom Baker, I could see this guy, running up to the podium, asking for a job.
I think we're in an interesting time now where, like, I think if it's done well and you pick the right actor who's actually going to respect the fact that this was like portrayed by a previous actor. I know I'm making jokes. I'm sorry. But like,
you should never do that.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to be serious about this, but like, I'm just saying, like, it would be really interesting to see if like one day we'll have recasted every Doctor. I don't know that.
I think,
dude, who can play Christopher Eccleston?
Well, I was just about to say, Chris would be the next to be recasted, right? Because he's the next to, like, not that he's gonna die, but
what's his name from Succession could do it. What's his name? Anthony. Is Anthony?
What, the guy who plays the main character, Kendall, in Succession?
I haven't watched. I don't know characters.
Oh, what's his name? That would be pretty.
What's his name? Fucking that guy from Succession, the one who.
I don't know. I watched Succession. I don't even know who you're talking about. You want me to check? Let me Google.
About fucking
Succession. Wait, let me find some characters. Succession.
What's his name? Anthony.
Characters.
Anthony. Jeremy Strong.
Jeremy Strong. Yeah, that's who I thought you were talking about.
With the short hair.
I think he could. Let me get up Jeremy Strong to show the audience. But, personally, I think this actor is a little bit too young to be Eccleston. I think Eccleston...
Get out of here.
I don't know. I mean, he's got the grey, but he's got like a young face, in my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah, but doesn't he have like the
he's a great actor. Don't get me wrong.
I love him. I think he's great. I've seen him in multiple things. Yeah.
It is a good question. Eccleston would probably be the next Doctor to be recast. You know what I mean? Like,
I doubt they'll do it though.
But what if they come to a point where they go, he's never coming back. We want the 9th Doctor, and we can get him without Eck.
The thing is though, like, there was like 40 years since we last saw the first Doctor. I think that's a long enough time. Like, the generation who grew up watching Doctor Who probably don't even know the fuck William Hartnell is. Maybe your gran on the couch or your dad will know who William Hartnell is, but not a lot of people. Why is that though?
I've Googled William Hartnell, Christopher Eccleston lookalike.
Who's that?
So this is Men at Work's Colin Hay. Yo, that would work.
Men at Work? What, the bloke who
Colin Hay, yeah.
Down Under?
Okay,
let's on in the fire look on me.
This could be wow. This would be okay. I would take this casting.
Hey man, he's a man down under.
He could do Eccleston, I think. That could be. Right, I could see that as an Eccles replacement.
Golf King. What? Golf King.
Yeah. Why not? Why the hell not?
But like, he plays in a band. Why the hell would he be an actor?
Well, Billy Piper made music, so
fuck, you got me there. You got me there.
Yeah, can't argue with that one,
me
buddy.
there. To scare me there.
Gosh,
I don't know. I wonder if we'll get second and third incarnation. I don't think they'll do it when the actors are still alive. And I'm saying this with peace and love. I don't mean that in a rude way. I'm just saying, like, I wonder if
I think they know how it would look, and it would look bad.
Do you know Mark Gatiss played the third Doctor in like a deleted scene in look up Mark Gatiss third Doctor. He played him in Adventure in Space and Time, but I think it got cut. And it's like not good casting at all. Oh no! He just Mark lost to casting. Yeah. There you go.
Oh no!
You know how he likes to. You know how he likes to cast himself in.
That's Mark. Wait. Okay, so wait. This one. Oh no! So this is Mark. So in the middle. Oh, that's not good casting.
Yeah, he always loves to cast himself.
Who's this on the side? This isn't particularly.
That's Patrick Trout and.
Wow, I gotta say, there's only one well-cast Doctor in here.
David Bradley's a sensational actor.
And it's David Bradley.
Dude, he's dope, man. Like he is.
Yeah.
He's one of Britain's he's in everything. Like he literally is in everything.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Literally, we've been watching. He was in season 1, but nearly finished Broadchurch. Yeah. Well, he's
in everything. Harry Potter, Doctor Who, Broadchurch, Pinocchio.
Yeah.
World's End. Yeah. He's in all Edgar Wright's Canary trilogy, I believe. No. Is he in Shaun of the Dead?
No.
Okay. No, I just think it's an interesting conversation to have, but obviously it's like a bit. I don't want to come across as rude. I'm just saying that I wonder if like one day we'll actually get recasting of all the Doctors at some point. Like, will Doctor Who? I did a video. Oh God, I wonder if it's still up. If not, I can make. We never get to do this normally. Well, how long are we recording for? Maybe we'll end the show with this, but okay, 1 hour. That's pretty good. All right. If it's not unprivate, I'll unprivate it now.
Oh boy.
But I did a video on my old channel called Nerd Life Reviews.
Wow.
Where the question I was about.
You might get some.
What? Not when I was running Nerd Life Reviews. Let me tell you that. Fuck me. Dude, some of these videos are like 7 years old. All right. While I'm finding the video, I'll ask you this question. Do you think Doctor Who will last the 100th anniversary? I personally think it will, because it's made it 60.
Yes. And I think I was thinking about this today. I was like, when Doctor Who got cancelled, I think it was because it had stuck around for so long, and I think they didn't see much use for it anymore. But I personally, for the time being, I see it sticking around. And even if it gets cancelled, I'm making this call. Even if it gets cancelled, I think by the 100 that it will have been picked up again, personally.
Well, yeah, because it did get cancelled before, and they still count those years of the show being like around.
Exactly. I could see it going away for a while and then coming back, like basically what was rumored.
Away to come back.
That's correct. I mean, it's like what was rumored to happen with at the end of Chibnall's era, right? But that obviously didn't happen.
Yeah. Allegations.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. All right, I unlisted it, so I'm gonna just so you fuckers watching don't go on it and watch it, because it's 4 minutes. I think it's like the 3rd or 4th or 5th video that I did on this channel. I just unlisted it, so I will send you the link, Dan. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's the 5th. It's the 5th video I make. Okay, so Dan gets a link. He gets a sneaky link. But
none of you do.
I'm
only going to show it on screen. No, I'm just kidding.
Unless you ask me nicely. Okay, I DM'd you on Facebook.
All right, I'll get it up now.
Doctor, we need you.
Will Doctor Who last for the 100th anniversary?
If you want to show that on screen, Dan, it's only 4 minutes. I thought we could get a reaction to.
Let me get this.
This is quite young Connor. I believe I was in year.
Okay, we've got.
It says micro SD card to Space Remains. Is that okay?
Oh, that's fine, yeah.
Okay.
You're not even dressed up.
I'm not even dressed up.
Okay, you
want to play the audio? Or?
Oh, I was having this problem before.
No. Oh, yeah, because you couldn't play the audio through the...
It's okay, let me...
You're not even dressed up.
Safari.
I used to stop...
Let me try make sure that it's working.
I'm doing all the buttons today.
And I am exhausted, folks. I'm trying to get this all working. is that playing at all? No, it's not playing.
I used to play this like awful, like I believe it was iMovie or something. I used to think it looked fucking dope.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look how young I look.
You look very.
Do you want me to like sync it up with my phone so we can play it and just not pause it? Would that help?
Yeah, I don't know why. Wait, I don't know why the audio is not coming.
I can,
through.
if you want, like start from the beginning. I'll play it on my phone and we can just don't pause it.
Oh, that's you save so much work over here, Connor. You're a technical king.
I try my best. All right, I'll place the phone on the ground and we can watch it on the.
Okay. Fantastic.
We'll watch it on the.
We'll put it near the mic so we can get the audio.
You're not even dressed up.
No.
Oh God, it's got can't hold us.
Okay, so tell me 3, 2,
1, go. You didn't do the same.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Okay, let's try that again. All right.
Go. All right.
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, baby, we love that.
Let's go! What? Let's go! Yeah, baby!
Today we're talking about Doctor Who.
Wow.
Yeah, so here we go. This is just I wanted to show you this. This is Series 7 Part 2. So since we're talking about Doctor Who, I thought I'd just hold it. So what we're talking about today
Not
is,
awkward at all, Connor.
The 50th anniversary is this year. And I read an article just last week when Moffat was saying that the show will last for another 50 years. Like he said, of course it will, because it has great writers and all that. But I was thinking, Doctor Who will last for another 50 years if it does continue to have the really good writers, it continues to have some good doctors, great companions.
I'm trying to give you your
just if it
trying to give you the old you a beer.
Stop singing out my notes.
It last for another 50 years and make it 100. Because there's nothing else I want more than Doctor Who to last for 100.
Do you know this is in one take?
Because I worked it out. I'll be 65 when Doctor Who.
Wow,
that's interesting.
Wow, holy shit!
Because Christopher Eccleston said,
maybe you'll be playing Christopher Eccleston.
No. In the 100th anniversary. I don't think he thinks it's going to last that long, but that's probably why he was joking about it. But I really want to see that man back into Doctor Who because he only did one season, which is all the way down here. Only 4 DVDs. He did 4 this one season.
Yeah, you got your DVD cover.
This is my old YouTube setup, which I used to think was dope, and it looks like fucking dog shit.
It happens.
Dog shit now.
Done another season, but still, Dave Tennant was great. I just want to see that man back.
I like this having you as our background.
Dude, I was so full of hope.
I guess that's okay, but I just really want to see him again. So yeah, so will it last for another 100 years? I really hope so.
What's my hair about? Fucking hell.
For 50 years because it's so
you got like a half fringe kind of going on.
Yeah.
Anyone knows what a Dalek is or a Cyberman or the Doctor, like they don't know everything about the show, but they know those things because it's so big.
Shut up.
Like,
fuck you.
In the 7 years from the reboot,
good point.
They do know what a Dalek and Cyberman and TARDIS is,
I
right?
went to Australia 2 years after it was like shown in the UK.
It's got 213 views before I blocked it like 10 years ago.
Wow, that's successful. That's not bad, you know.
3 years ago I blocked it, but still.
And now the whole school basically knows what Doctor Who is. And
The whole school!
You did, you twat.
Brilliant. And I want it to last for another 50 years.
Love that.
What do you think? I want to know what you guys think. Do you reckon it will last for another 50 years and make it to 100? I hope it does. If it doesn't, then
then we're fucked. Then we're stuffed.
And yes, there we go. So thank you guys for watching this Nerd Like Reviews video. If Doctor Who will last for another 50 years.
I did that in one take, to be fair. He gave me a little bit of a break, yeah.
Yeah, well, you're a one-take wonder, one-take king.
If it does, then oh dear. Yes, thank you guys for watching once again. This is Nerd Like Reviews. I'm Connor Hannon. Signing off, guys. I'm going to put this right here.
Wait.
Catch you later. Bye.
So I didn't even... I'm gonna be real, like when I first started doing YouTube videos, like I didn't when I pressed play and when I walked out of the shot, like to finish the video, I didn't cut it. I just I left it in.
You did.
Love that. I would fade in at the beginning of the video and at the end of the video. So sometimes it would cut like a couple seconds of me going
yeah.
That was filmed on my iPad. My iPad 3 or something, or iPad 4.
That's from
humble beginners.
Look at the technical.
I know what I turned out.
Look how far we've come on a technical level.
Which one I look at? We turned out okay.
Well, we can look at both. We can both be in, It's the beauty of the digital setup.
Do you want to plug yourself, Dan?
I would love to. I've been working on some videos. This one right here is a sneak peek of my upcoming video on Empties Day recycling. It's going to be fun. It's going to come out in a few days. It hopefully will be out when I release this video. I've also recently posted 2 videos. Go check them out. I'm on a bit of I've been starting making videos and I'm on a 2023 video run. So it's going to be a lot of fun and go check it out. Daniel is weird. YouTube.com/DanielIsWeird. Go check it out.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for letting me come here. So I'm very dirty tonight. I don't know why.
That's fine. That's no problem.
My coworker was sneezing a lot today. I'm like, can you not?
Do we need to?
Can you just not sneeze?
Do we need to give the episode like a rating, or is that not what you do with the classics?
We didn't do that with Snares, did we?
Snares didn't even give a rating.
And also, Aiden's review here. I always forget that. So yeah, I forgot to.
Wow, that was I didn't think Aiden would have brought that up. That was a really good point.
Well, it must be that the water's different in.
That New Zealand shit is.
That New Zealand water
putting some stuff in his brain. Yeah, definitely.
So, I hate how red I look in all these. Like,
oh god, I know. I do need to get the color a little bit sorted, guys. We're slowly getting close.
I think it's more just me, man. But
you're sunburnt. Bro, you got to slip, slap.
Look, I could blame your set or I light, but I'm not going to do that because you're here helping me. But do you want to give it a rating?
Thank you. Yeah, we make it rain, folks.
I like this. So
yeah, it's a little birthday present I got there. A little portable.
It goes really.
It's pretty good, right?
You hear that, guys? That's pretty. Actually, what do? You just like wrap it around your?
Yeah, not that way.
When you try and chop your ears off. Sorry.
Yeah, there you go. And then you fan yourself.
They're like headphones, like.
Well, it's like headphones.
That sounds really weird.
You put it on like your beard, I guess, so you can. Yeah.
I need this at work, like.
Yeah, literally.
It's like headphones. Don't you think?
Yeah.
All right, in the house tonight.
Oh hell yeah, DJ.
Yeah. Ooh. This is good. I like this.
Love that.
Can you change the batteries, or like when it dies, is it dead?
It's rechargeable. No, it's rechargeable.
Oh, what?
So you just plug it in. Yeah.
Dude, that's dope. I need it. So, is this from your parents?
No, Kathleen got it for me.
Okay.
My girlfriend. Yeah.
Okay.
She knows I can be a sweaty boy. So, wiki. What?
Well, can't we all? Anyway, what do you give Shada out of 10? I need to. By the way, guys, I will text Snares and ask what they would give it out of 10, and we'll add it to the.
Yeah, they've got to give their review.
We have this massive
archive. Yeah, the list.
Episode 1. I think we're nearly on 150. We have every single rating saved.
The definitive score of every episode.
Yeah, and Xavier always gets some dumb shit like pie. So if you do that, I will kick you.
Get out of here. Can I give?
Dad?
Can I give pi times 2?
You can give it what you like, to be fair.
Should I give it a different score for being a classic? You know, because
you give it what you like.
If this episode came out today, I'd give it a 2. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck off.
Well,
2?
maybe not a 2.
That's
maybe
so
not
harsh.
2. That's harsh. No, you know what? I'm gonna give it a straight. I was leaning towards 6, but I'm gonna give it a 7 because I can definitely see why it's a good episode and what makes it fun, and I can see why it, like, if it had come out at the time, it would have fucking hit hard. But yeah, it's definitely got a lot of pacing issues, a lot of slowness. You know, I think it's a lot of the issues, in my opinion, are issues of the time, issues of like 70s TV production in the 70s, for all that stuff. But yeah, I had fun with it. Wouldn't necessarily, classics, I think you got to take one at a time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, definitely.
I hope Dan is going to be okay.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Ask me after you watch the classic episode. Yeah. Shada.
Yeah,
no, I agree. I'm gonna give it 7. And when we get the same score, we have to fist bump. So you want to go to wide? That's gonna look weird, isn't it?
How's it? Yeah. Wait.
No.
Wait. It's like we fist bump halfway. Yeah.
Dude,
we fist bump.
That's a fucking trip.
And if I go, bang.
Yeah, I was doing this before. I can like grab.
It's like a double.
It doesn't do it. It's doing it before. Wait, no, there. If I do the old, I can just like grabbing it down and
we messed up the wides, folks.
All right, everyone.
That'll
do it. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us here.
Thank you, Dan.
One more show here with Crispy Pro, and then we're back to the normal schedule.
That's right.
This is the bonus episode. So thank you, Dan, for getting me out of my depressive state at the moment to come and film.
No.
Thank you. You're very welcome. All right. Thank you, guys. We love you lots. We'll see you in the next one.
I'm good at this.
You think so?
Yeah.
It's Aiden and Connor's podcast. They're doing Doctor Who reviews. Doing Doctor Who reviews with Dan and two. Hey! You got a little crowd to see us out?
Yeah, let's